Alright, so, welcome back everyone to part 2 of the Black Diamond Classics. Today, I'm going to continue showing you all the Black Diamond Classics Disney VHS that I own. However, before I start, there is a tape that I forgot to show in part 3 of my Neon Mickey collection. Or rather, I remembered it, but I misplaced it. And I found that tape. It is a Disney one that I own. And so I'm going to quickly show you it, and then we will continue onwards. Now, there will be a cut in the middle of the video because I have to grab more tapes, but I'm going to try and do it all in one part, unless this video is getting extremely long. But the tape that I forgot to show was this, Mickey's Christmas Carol, the 1988 VHS. This one has $4.59 as its stock. You can tell it's in very worn-out condition. No print date. But the film strip itself is fine, but like I said, you know, this is not the best condition. But I have it for the collection, so take it out what you will. But let's continue onwards with the Black Diamond Classics, and I've got a lot of them. I've got every single title in the line. I have a lot of the pressings, and I have a lot of variations of each pressing, or rather, say Peter Pan, I have 5 copies of Peter Pan. I'll show you why, but let's continue. Beginning, in fact, with Disney's Peter Pan. And I have 3 copies of it right here. All of these are in pretty good condition, except this one. This was one I picked up at a thrift store in my hometown. They went out of business, but I used to go there. Print date from June 11th, 1990. This tape is kind of dirty, and the clamshell itself is faded. Could get a new copy, and I might at some point. But here's that one. Then I got another copy with another ink label variation. This has the full horizontal ink label. No print date. It's not a Canadian copy. I think it just happened to come with no print date, which seems to be a thing with this release. And a few others I've noticed. But then finally, I have this copy right here. This is a different horizontal variation with no print date as well. And this I picked up at the Goodwill in my hometown because my old copy broke. It got eaten up by my VCR. And I think I then broke it even more. But yeah, it got eaten by my VCR a little bit because my old VCR used to have a problem where it wouldn't shred the tape, but it would nibble. It would do some damage. Never completely ruined it, but I had about 4 or 5 tapes get damaged by that thing. But next, we got the Canadian VHS of Disney's Peter Pan. This was a cool find. This was a really cool find. This actually has a horizontal sticker label, and still no print date. Obviously, because it's a Canadian copy, but it even has a holographic sticker on the side, and an extra screw right here, so, yeah, it's pretty cool to find this. Don't know if it's an extra screw, I think they just moved where it is, but, yeah, no, I really like this variation. It's cool to get some of the foreign releases. I obviously have, what am I saying? I obviously have more foreign Disney releases, and I actually need to grab the ones that I have, so I think I'll do that at the end of the video, because I'm going to show most of those separately. We'll see. I'll get to it when I get to it. Next, I also have the Christmas demo tape. Now, this was one I found at the Savers in Dublin, and yeah, June 18th, 1990. This has nothing on it. This has just the start of the film. And I found this there at the Dublin Savers. I was like, I don't know what this is, but it was like only a couple bucks, and I'm like, maybe it's not anything important, but I got it, and I'm glad I did. I'm pretty sure there's some other ones of those. I've seen them online, but that one was, it was the best way you could find it, because it was just such a surprise. And I kind of love that feeling, when you're just thrifting, and you're not even looking exactly for that type of thing. You are, but you aren't at the same time, and then it just happens. It's almost magical. But Next, I have Disney's The Little Mermaid. I have 3 copies. All of these have different labels. I'm going to show you the first one. The 1990 VHS with the ink label, which is vertical, and a print date from May 22nd, 1990, I believe. And yeah, vertical ink label copy. So take a note of that. And then I have the next one. These are the sticker label ones. A vertical sticker label, in fact, which I had to tape on. Print date from September 28th of 1990. And then the horizontal sticker label, which decided to be really cool, and instead of the gold text, went with a nice, like, aqua, teal, blue, which I really like. Print date from October 24th of 1990. Yeah. No, this is a pretty cool variation. I really like it. This was a hard one to find, but I finally did pick it up. So, I have all 3 variations of The Little Mermaid there. I also have, maybe this would be a good time to grab those. I will be right back. Next, we have Disney's The Sword in the Stone, the 1991 VHS. And you can tell this is the 1991 pressing because it has the green FBI warnings. And a print date from April 11th of 1994. This was a hard one to come across. You'll often possibly accidentally purchase the other variation, the 1989 pressing with the ink label, but I just went for a really late print date, and I managed to get it. I also have the Spanish VHS here, which was a Rasputin's music find, which is where I got a couple of these. Actually, was this Rasputin's music? No, this was Savers, but I believe it used to be at Rasputin's music. Print date from May 19th of 1994. Pretty cool to have some foreign language releases. I actually own quite a few of them, but here's The Sword in the Stone. I'm going to try and show them off when I show off the other ones too, but I'll do a whole separate video. Next, I have Alice in Wonderland, the 1989 pressing. This one is a sticker label copy. I maybe should move this. I should have shown it last part. January 14th, 1992. And then the ink label copy right here. It's printed on May 11th, 1992. And then we have Disney's Robin Hood, which is a great film. I've seen Robin Hood before. It's pretty good. But here's the ink label copy. Print date from May 21st, 1991. And man, I remember the old Defense Fan 345 videos. Like, I didn't see all of them, but I remember when he had this damaged tape. Man, I wish YouTubers wouldn't take down their videos, you know? Or their channels. I miss those old videos. Anyways, here's the other one. And next we have Disney's Robin Hood, the 1991 VHS. I have 3 copies of this. I'll show you why in a minute. Here's the print date of May 21st, 1991. Whoops. Let me do that. Alright, so that's the first copy. Got the second copy here. This one has a vertical sticker label. And a print date from March 18th of 1992. This one's harder to find. I've only had this tape twice. I had an old copy that was damaged, and had a hole in the tape, I believe. But then I got this copy, which is in way better condition, and I'm really glad I did. And then, of course, the 1992 reprint. And this one I got at a thrift store in my hometown. Print date from January 1st of 1994. I actually got this at the same place. I got that first copy of Peter Pan, the one with the faded spine and the vertical ink label. I don't remember the name of that place, nor do I want to remember it. I ended up not going to that store a while after that, but for the time I did, I found some great tapes. I also have 2 copies of Disney's The Jungle Book. First, the ink label copy. Or, rather, vertical sticker label. My bad. Print date from March 25th, 1991. Whoops. Sorry about that. Bumped my, iPad. Yeah, vertical sticker label copy. This one's also kind of hard to find. All of the vertical sticker label ones are. The ink label one, though, I've had for a while. Print date from March 27th, 1991. I need to rewind this tape. And next, I got 3 copies of The Rescuers Down Under, 1991 VHS. I have the ink label copy, which I had another copy of this, got rid of it. This one's printed February 25th, 1993. I think this is the right one. Yeah, no, this is the 1991 VHS. This is just a later pressing, but it still opens the same way. And I got this at the Salvation Army in my hometown, which I still go to this very day, but they used to carry way more VHS. Also got this copy with a vertical sticker label and a print date from May 10th of 1992. Got some text on there, but it's fine. And then finally, I have the 1993 reprint with the green FBI warnings and everything like that. Printed January 19th of 1994. Alright. And then we got, okay, quite a lot of tapes there. Disney's Fantasia. 2 copies I have. I believe this one goes first. Yes, that is my first copy that I'm going to show you. Anyways, so here they are. First one. Spine, the back, ink label. Print date from July 28th of 1991. I'm actually planning to watch Fantasia tomorrow. Haven't seen it in years, so we'll see what I think. Also got the vertical sticker label copy. Golden sticker label. November 17th, 1991. Very cool, nice and shiny. And then we have the 1991 Canadian VHS, which was a find that I got at a thrift store. And yeah, very cool, no print date. But I do have an even cooler release of Fantasia. This, the Fantasia box set. This is really cool. So I got this for $10. And this comes with a bunch of stuff. So right here, you've got all these papers. You have music sheet. And then you have 2 tapes. Along with a CD. And 2 CDs, in fact. But you have the VHS itself. Printed on July 20th of 1991. And then the making of Fantasia. Printed on September 13th, 1991. And yeah, this has a certificate of authenticity, the 2 CDs. This is really cool. I've considered actually selling this because it just sits on my shelf, but it doesn't go for that much, and it's kind of damaged, so I'm just fine keeping it for now. I also just noticed, I think this is coming off a bit. I don't know what they used, but I guess it's kind of wearing out. Let me put that back, though, because I want to do it with 2 hands, very, very gentle-like. Then, we got a movie that I actually rewatched very recently, 101 Dalmatians. And what's better than 101? 404. I'm just adding all the numbers, but I do have a lot of copies. And I showed these recently in a video anyways, but here's my first one. Spine. Back. Print date of March 21st, 1992. This one. Faded on the side. No Mickey Mouse on the label. February 29th of 1992. Then my third copy. This one's damaged in the middle. This is version 2. I believe with no previews at the beginning. January 15th, 1992. Actually, that might have been the other one. I don't remember which one's which. It's not that badly damaged. It's just a little bit in the middle. And then this copy, and this one has a vertical sticker label. And a print date from February 19th, 1992. And I do want to clarify one thing. The reason I don't do VHS closings a lot is usually because the tapes have nothing in the end. I know I could technically say, oh, here's the end of the tape, you know, the end of the film, and here's the black screen, and then the white screen, or static, whatever. But I just don't want to fill my channel with, like, empty videos. I want to upload exciting things, so, like, here's the previews, you know. Maybe every once in a while I'll make an exception if, you know, people are really asking for it, but that's why I don't upload videos like that. And then I do them on my Preview Vault channel because I don't want to fill the channel up with a lot of content that is just openings and closings. So I have a different place. Plus, if I ever got a copyright strike, it wouldn't affect this one. Next, I have 3 copies of The Rescuers, 1992 VHS. The first one, pretty good condition copy, I would say. Print date, May 13th, 1992. Tape itself, Mickey Mouse on the label. Got another copy. This was, I believe, a Bird Street thrift pickup. Might be. May 9th, 1992. I still go to the Bird Street thrift and pick up VHS, but a lot less often because I just own a lot of them. And yeah, here's the sticker label. The print date from April 25th, 1992. It's got some dirt on it, but it's in better condition than my old one. And then we have Disney's Beauty and the Beast, 1992 VHS. I have all 3 versions of it. I'll go through and show you them. I also have the Spanish VHS, but here's the first one, printed on July 27th, 1992. Nice, good condition copy. I've also got this one, which is probably in better condition. I haven't watched these all the way through. June 17th, 1992. And then version 3, the vertical sticker label copy. And this one's printed on June 6th of 1992. And then finally, we have the Spanish release. And this was one that I picked up at the Savers in Vacaville, I believe. And it's printed on July 30th of 1995. And yeah, I'm not sure what year this released because the late print date and everything, but I'm just showing it off with the other ones, and it does have some lines, but it's in pretty good condition otherwise. Haven't watched it. Maybe I should. Might be fun. But, alright, and now, next, I'm going to show you my 3 copies of the 1993 VHS of Pinocchio. Now, I do want to get the demo tape for this, but it is pretty expensive online. Plus, I don't really want to order it online. But anyways, I'm going to show you my 3 copies here. This is the first one, and you'll notice that this says Walt Disney's Masterpiece, like Fantasia. But this does actually have the Classics diamond and the Classics logo when you play the tape. Print date from March 26th and December 26th of 1993. Next, I have my second copy, which you'll notice has no Mickey Mouse on the label like the first one, and a print date on it of March 26, 1993 again. And then finally, I have my third copy, which has a vertical sticker label, and a print date February 1st, 1993. And yeah, pretty cool to have all these. Trying to see if the film strip needs to be tightened a little bit. Maybe. But there you go. All 3 copies of Pinocchio. Now, I also have the 1993 Spanish VHS. This was a pickup at the Savers in Vacaville. Notice the blue text instead of the red. Print date July 30th, 1995. When I say 1993, that's relative because this tape might actually be from 95. Kind of hard to tell with the foreign language releases because there isn't like a full documentation as far as I know, but still cool to have it. And then I have my 4 copies of Disney's Aladdin from 1993. I have 4 copies here. All of them have different labels. And I'm going to show you all 4 of them. So the first one, I will show you. Spine and the back. Got all these ads in here. And the tape itself. With a print date of June 8th, 1993. And I'm going to quickly put the ads under the video cassette so they don't always fall out every single time I open it. Unless that won't work. Then in that case, I'll just move them back really quick. But yes, I do have 4 copies of Aladdin because I go for all the variations that I can. And I did used to own a copy of Pinocchio that had a white horizontal sticker label, but I no longer own it. Here's another copy. This one, you'll notice, has no diamond flap, like this one did. It also has Mickey Mouse on the label, and a print date from July 8th of 1993. Next, I'm making sure I didn't miss something. Nope, should be good. Alright, next, we got the 3rd copy, I believe. This one has a vertical sticker label and a print date from August 11th of 1993. They printed it twice, and it's in pretty good condition. All these are in pretty alright shape. And finally, the one with the horizontal sticker label. This was a rare find. I got this at a yard sale in Yuba City, Marysville area. And the print date is May 13th, 1993. And yeah, you got the nice black text on there. Nice and printed. But very cool to have in the collection. Alright. Then, because I'm an obsessive collector who has to get every single variant of Disney VHS possible, I have 5 copies of The Fox and the Hound. That isn't even all of them. I have 2 other pressings that I'll show you that aren't just a standard home video release, but I have 5 copies. Gonna start with this one. Spine in the back. Ink label. Printed on January 16th, 1994. This one does not have the Return of Jafar preview at the beginning. Got the 2nd copy. This one does have the Return of Jafar preview. And this actually also has a dark green vertical sticker label printed on February 3rd of 1994. This is a pretty rare variation. And in fact, this is the copy that I've had since, like, I want to say, like, 2018 at the earliest. I've had this for years, maybe even earlier. I've owned this in the collection for a long time. I got it at the art store in my hometown, and I've been keeping it in good shape ever since. Got another copy here. This one has the Return of Jafar preview. That one doesn't, this one does. July 6th, 1994. You can notice the film there. Then you got this copy again with another sticker label variation. This one has a white sticker label and a print date from January 11th, 1994. This was also a purchase at the art store in my hometown when it used to exist. Yep. And then I have this final copy, which also has a dark green sticker label, but a print date from January 3rd, 1994. So this one, I believe, does have the Return of Jafar preview. I believe. So, that is it for all 5 variations. But as I said, I have 2 more. I have the 1994 French-Canadian VHS, which was a purchase at the Goodwill in my hometown. I also got Herbie Goes Bananas on VHS at that time, I believe. Might have been another title. I picked up something else with it, I remember. No print date. You can see the ink label there. It is in good condition, as far as I know. Film strip works fine. And then finally, we're going to end it off with a bang with the 1993 demo tape. This is a big deal in my collection. This is the Disney tape that I treasure a lot. I got this for a Christmas gift back in, I think 2021. Might have been 2020. Print date from October 12th, 1993. I'd been really wanting this tape in my collection, and I'm really glad that I got it. I might even keep it when I sell off the rest of my Disney tapes, who knows. I do really like the artwork on this. I like the colors. I mean, I love the artwork on both of these, but I do like the brighter color scheme. But on the back, too, you have, like, all this, you know, business info. Available for the first time on video to 25 million Disney Classic purchasers. $98 million classic. I had no idea it made $98 million, but yeah. No, it's pretty cool, pretty big deal. That is one of the few Black Diamond Classics demo tapes that I have. I showed you Peter Pan and the other one. But that's going to be it. I hope you all enjoyed this. My name's been Prism, and I will see you all with more videos in the coming days and weeks. Take care, guys. Goodbye for now. I seem to have forgotten one tape in the video, and I meant to show this before Pinocchio. Now, I have another copy that has the original case, like that the 1989 one comes in and stuff. The original artwork exactly. That one might actually be a misprint. I might have accidentally gotten a copy in the wrong case. But I'm just going to show this one for now because I don't know where that one is. This is the 1993 reprint of Alice in Wonderland. And you can see that the classics text is printed differently. Whoops. Here you go. Tape itself with a print date of July 3rd, 1994. And for those who want a comparison, let me just grab a copy right here of Alice in Wonderland. This is how this one is printed. And then this is how this one is printed. But yeah. That is basically it. Sorry about that, guys. See you all. Take care.